cool, no?
Yeah.
For the Biennale College Musica, I'm doing a percussion trio with 3 percussionists, and it's called Sonic Ritual, the piece. And I am working now with the 3 percussionists, Brian, Federico, and Aleksandra, to explore different instruments on percussion, and then we find something new to develop.
I think it's going really good. I mean, we cannot practice now, but we are working a lot with Alice on her piece and kind of searching for ideas and trying to develop it together. It is very interesting to collaborate with all the tutors and to get to know them personally and their whole history and their experience. It's very friendly, and I got many different information from them.
Il lavoro da tutor sta andando molto bene, sono veramente felice di questa esperienza. Stiamo lavorando appunto perché poi presenteremo 2 concerti, uno è l'Enoir di l'Étoile di Grisè, dove suoneremo appunto insieme a Brian, Aleksandra e altri percussionisti, e poi il giorno dopo faremo un trio scritto da Alice, quindi è molto interessante perché durante queste sessioni andiamo a provare a fare ricerca sonora eccetera, per poi presentare il lavoro a settembre durante il festival.
We have such a fantastic, luxurious situation here. It's kind of like a laboratory or a workshop where we get to do things which, let's say, the market doesn't allow us always to do. So we have, something like 4 weeks together just to talk about, think about, develop, along with the composers and the participants, this musical situation. On one hand, we are thinking a lot about talking about music that we've already listened to, things we've brought with us, what we're interested in, and at the same time trying to find, let's say, mutual artistic ground between all of these different cultures, ages, styles that we all carry, and maybe out of this fusion create something new that we all feel connected to.
I'm writing a new piano work for the pianist Bertrand Chamayou, a French pianist, terrific pianist. I'm really excited to be working with him and writing a piece for him. It's pretty long by contemporary standards. 20 to 30 minutes will be a few movements. So it's exciting to get the chance to have such a broad canvas and really expand and sort of take some ideas and really develop them and see where they go, and hopefully travel through a lot of different sonic terrain with this great instrument, which I am a big fan of.
Well, I was surprised that Lucia called me and said, "Do you want to be one of the tutors?" Because, of course, I know a lot of things about contemporary music. I also studied composition, even if I'm not a composer. But it was very obvious in the case of Miles Walter, because he's writing the piece for piano that I will premiere in September, so we could collaborate also on the piano writing and the process. For the others, was less obvious. It was interesting for me to meet. I'm very curious about the new scene of young composers.
ZIL nasce dall'idea per la quale tutti gli eventi, che siano essi naturali o immaginari, che in qualche modo suscitano nell'uomo un sentimento di smarrimento, di paura, che gli permette però di riconoscere la propria finitezza, e quindi che trasforma questo sentimento di paura in qualche modo di emozione estetica, di coinvolgimento. È appunto una composizione acusmatica per spazializzazione multicanale, dove la parte della composizione dello spazio risulta determinante in quanto permette la creazione di una condizione di ascolto immersivo in cui i suoni prendono vita all'interno dello spazio composto, portando quindi di fatto l'ascoltatore in una dimensione percettiva fisica e istintuale.
Mattia is absolutely the perfect example of what persons you describe something and you give just the box and after that, after the mix, directly propose something. For me, this is the most important things when the artist, the participant, have the smiling and so happy to the result is for sure it's not the final result, but it's a step, and step by step we arrive at the good project. And for sure this year the most important relationship I have is with Mattia for this year because it's specific.
I think only the first section we want to do it.
As a composer, I have very radical approach regarding reduction of musical parameters. And particularly in this piece, I'm reducing the spectrum of dynamics. So the whole composition operates within very soft and quiet spectrum of dynamics, sometimes barely audible for a human ear. And the idea is that during those 30 minutes of composition, the listener enters a whole new dimension of listening and perception, and starts to notice some elements and some, let's say, accidental sounds and effects of which he wouldn't be aware otherwise.
This collegia gives the young composers and musicians the opportunity to realize their own very special projects. They've been asked to compose very substantial works or to prepare very demanding programs in the case of the players. And I see my role as a tutor as someone who encourages them and gives them the opportunity to try out things, especially for the young composers. They can actually, I will bring my instrument and we can try out special techniques, or in one case we recorded some sounds, some very minimal sounds that were sort of zoomed in with a close microphone, and that gives the composer the opportunity to develop an idea if she thinks it works, or to dismiss it.
Sono chiamato a suonare in un concerto con altri due colleghi musicisti, Cristiano Contadin e Massimo Raccanelli. Con loro faremo un concerto metà barocco e metà contemporaneo. La parte barocca ovviamente è già stata scritta, la parte contemporanea invece è ancora in fase di sviluppo. Questo mi lascia una grande libertà in questi giorni per poter sperimentare e approfondire delle tecniche strumentali principalmente attraverso il mio rapporto con le tutor, specificamente Eva e Megumi, le quali, vivendo di prassi contemporanea, musicalmente parlando, possono, diciamo, anche ampliare quella che è la mia visione del mio strumento, che normalmente si occupa più di un repertorio ben più antico.
Each participant are very different. This is amazing. One of influences of our society now, because we are so diversity, and also the Biennale theme now is foreigner everywhere, that kind of things. And I love because they think differently. And this is the same time, it's very difficult to follow each lines, but each line has very deep thinking.
Like, how do you think, like, if you give, like, each time?
Would be great. This is
the project I am going on is about the hidden sounds material, which I installed for a contact microphone in the instruments and try to record the gestures or the sounds from the instruments and finding out the hidden resonances or hidden acoustic fragments in order to develop it that we usually miss it when we don't amplify it.
Il prossimo 7 ottobre presenteremo il nostro programma in questa sala meravigliosa che include brani di Clara Jannotta e Vito Juraj, un compositore sloveno, e Georg Friedrich Haas, un compositore della nostra Austria. Il programma è abbastanza variegato e siamo veramente contenti e non vediamo l'ora di presentarlo perché abbiamo preso effettivamente parte attiva alla programmazione, alla scelta dei brani durante le sessioni del Biennale College e assieme, insomma, sotto la guida dei nostri tutor.